Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I hope you had a wonderful last few days. I have finally completed all 5 seasons of Outlander and I'm gearing up for the season premiere of season 6 tonight, and I promise I will not have any more Outlander references in my future videos. I'm also trying to get in shape for summer, trying to get that summer body, but I have been craving sugar, something crazy. I just ate one of those Easter candies, you guys. Wonderful. My favorite Easter candy. It's that Reese's chocolate peanut butter cup that looks like an Easter egg. So if you are in the mood for something sweet, get yourself one of those. But word to the wise, I ate 2 of those in one sitting and my stomach aches, guys, because they are just way, way too rich. So just be warned, only eat one and you'll be good to go. So now let's get on to the Royal Daily Tea. So today marks exactly the 1-year anniversary of the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, the one where she sat down with Harry and Meghan and collectively the world's jaws dropped. This was one of the most salacious interviews in history, in my opinion. Now, a fun fact, the dress that Meghan wore during the Oprah Winfrey interview, which was designed by Giorgio Armani, has been voted the dress of the year for 2021 by Dazed magazine, and it's going to be part of the History of Fashion in 100 Objects exhibition at the Fashion Museum of Bath. Now, this navy and white dress has a huge white lotus flower embroidery on the side. And according to the designer, the lotus flower represents rebirth, self-regeneration, and spiritual enlightenment, and its ability to flourish despite seemingly challenging conditions. Apparently, that's why Meghan chose to wear this dress for this interview, but to me, it will always be known as the bird poop dress.
You look lovely.
Thank you, so do you.
Before we get into it,
So this interview was shocking on so many levels that you had members of the royal family trashing the royal family on national television. This is something that just is not done, and it's very, very sad that it has come to this. Now, all of this was happening, of course, 1 year after Megxit, when Harry and Meghan announced that they were stepping away from the royal family. They just had their 12-month review, and rumor has it behind the scenes that Harry and Meghan thought that they were going to go back into the royal family, that they were going to be able to do their half in and half out, but they were denied by Her Majesty because she says you're either in or you're out. Now, at this point, they had already gotten involved in politics. They were making their word salad Zoom speeches, jumping on a lot of controversial topics, as well as signing their multi-million-dollar deals for Netflix and Spotify and using their titles, which was a complete no-no and against royal protocol. I heard through the grapevine that he was also told that he was having all of his military titles removed. So when Harry and Meghan sat down for the Oprah Winfrey interview, it was at the end of the 12-month review period where they were told, no, you can't come back. We'll see you at Christmas. And oh, by the way, we're taking away your military patronages. You can tell during this interview, Harry and Meghan were very bitter, especially Harry. This is during the interview where he made it known that my daddy has cut him off financially, and thank goodness we have my inheritance, that the taxpayers are not paying for my security or our lifestyle, and my son wasn't born a prince. And my dad isn't even taking my phone calls. I mean, pretty much let it out on national television. This was the beginning of the end for this couple, in my personal opinion. This is when I started my royal commentary, went on there and started talking and debunking every single thing that they said that was not true. But it also shocked a lot of people that these two would sit there on national television crying about their privileged lifestyle 1 year into a worldwide pandemic. And while his grandfather, Prince Philip, who was 99, was clinging to life in the hospital. They even had a stipulation for this interview that if Prince Philip died, during that time, not to air the interview until after he died. Talk about shameful. So this man and his wife sat on national television and trashed his family. They also put out the infamous somebody made a questionable comment about Archie's skin color, pretty much saying everyone in the royal family is a racist. You know the part where Oprah goes, "What? What?" Because we all were saying, "What?" Because it was shocking, the bombshell that they dropped. It was like, are we on Jerry Springer here, on Maury Povich, or are we on Oprah Winfrey? Because the doozy that he just dropped was shocking. They let out this blanketed statement with no facts, no proof, and not telling who the person was who may or may not have made those comments. So in my opinion, this was the beginning of the division between the Meghan and Harry fans and the people who supported the royal family. It was the birth of the Sussex Squad, better known as the Sugars. Now, a lot of people are saying, using the term sugars is a racist comment, saying how Meghan is half African American and it is referring to slavery. Well, that is actually not the case. Meghan is referred to as a narcissist by many people's opinion, and the people who blindly support narcissists are called flying monkeys or sugars, meaning these are the people that get wound up and do the dirty work for the narcissist. So all of these Sussex Squad who come out and attack people and are very vicious, all of those people are a part of this team that, in my opinion, was born after this interview, because they blindly accepted everything that Harry and Meghan said with absolutely no proof to back up one claim that they made. Regardless of the amount of people who sat there and said, "You've literally told 13 untruths," during this interview, people still blindly follow them based on the items they talked about during this interview. So the Oprah Winfrey interview, in my opinion, was the beginning of the downfall of the Sussexes. Because after the interview aired and all of the inconsistencies were found out, even Oprah Winfrey no longer talks about this interview. It was removed from the Oprah Winfrey website, the CBS website. Many, many experts have come out and talked about all of the lies and inconsistencies that were told. They've even had to backtrack on a couple of the comments that they made. In my opinion, this discredited the couple, showed them to be pompous and privileged and out of touch with reality that is faced by 90% of the people in the world. We just got out of a worldwide pandemic, and he was crying that his daddy cut him off. And then it came out that Charles gave him $5 million to go off and live his life of quote-unquote financial freedom. So this really was the turning point for me, looking at this couple thinking, You know, your history is starting to repeat itself. You know, we already had all the drama with Meghan and her family and her sister. And then we had the book Finding Freedom, where a lot of people were thinking, yeah, I think Meghan wrote that book. And then, of course, it came out during her lawsuit with the Associated Newspapers that, yes, she did collude with the authors and she lied under oath. This interview showed quite a few lies and inconsistencies. So here we are 1 year later, and things are not looking better for the couple. As a matter of fact, I think they're looking worse than they were a year ago. Now we have several lawsuits that the couple have launched, and now Samantha Markle is suing Meghan for the lies that she told during this Oprah Winfrey interview, as well as the lies that she told Omid Scobie in the book Finding Freedom. I guess that old saying, karma is a biatch, is true. A year after the Oprah Winfrey interview, the couple are starting to reap what they sow. Harry and Meghan's popularity is at an all-time low. They're constantly in lawsuits. They have not fulfilled their obligations for Netflix or Spotify, and they're on shaky ground. The people of the UK do not want Harry and Meghan back, and there's a growing sentiment of people in America now who are beginning to not like the Sussexes. So that interview to me was the beginning of the end, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better for this couple anytime soon. So it's going to be very interesting to hear about the lawsuit filed by Samantha Markle against her half-sister Meghan. I will keep you posted on all of the news that come out in regards to that interview. But what do you guys think? 1 year later, after the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, do you think the couple is going to continue to slide down? Or do you think the Sussexes will ever recover from that interview? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by the channel. Please go over to the Royal Daily Tea website and check it out, as well as my other social media accounts. Thank you, guys, and have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.